Hello, everybody. My name is Danagobi Sachidanandam, and this is my presentation for the Global Brand Management and Leadership presentation video, uh, which will discuss the brand Virgin Atlantic. My student number is 2142237, and the module code is MS0113E. The first part the thing I will be discussing is strategic recommendations for the company Virgin Atlantic. So why I believe I can make the company better. So the first recommendation I've selected was create customer loyalty. So when I looked at the when I looked at the Virgin Atlantic website, I see when I saw the what they're doing for in terms of what they so first of all, the first thing I recommended was create customer loyalty. And I looked at the website for Virgin Atlantic, and when I look at their loyalty scheme, they do a reward club. They do a reward club, and the scheme is for them to for the customers to earn points and to get a lot of offers. So I will be discussing on how to improve it. So how I can improve the loyalty scheme at Virgin Atlantic. So one of the recommendations I've selected was to engage customers to use social media a lot. So the first thing that the reason I picked social media for customers to engage more in social media is because it can help customers have a stronger relationship with the customers. It can also increase the brand loyalty, and it can help improve the sales. So, when you have social media and you have a lot of customers, you're very likely to attract more customers because a lot of people use social media currently. This, the second part that I've chosen was to improve the loyalty scheme at Virgin Atlantic is to create a loyalty program so we can help build personal relationship with customers, which I have a lot of experience in. So, for example, I currently work at McDonald's, and I have built a lot of great relationships with customers, and they've since I've been building relationships with customers, they've always come back and they always like to be served by me. So and that's an example of me creating a good relationship with customers. It can help retain existing customers as well, because when you have retaining customers, it looks good for the company, and it will also increase the revenue as well. So the second part I will be discussing is the second part that I'll recommend is to improve the revenue. So I've got this is a graph that I've selected that I found from Statista to see what the revenue is like at present. So this graph shows the annual revenue of Virgin Atlantic from the year 2013 to 2020. This graph, which I found from Statista, it shows the revenue for Virgin Atlantic from the year 2013 to 2020. So from 2013 to 2017, it shows that the revenue de- uh, decreased from the year 2013 to 2019. So as you can see on the graph, it's slowly decreasing. And then from 2018 to 2019, you can see there's a sudden increase as well. And then when the year 2020 came along, the the revenue decreased a lot. The reason that the revenue decreased a lot in 2020 was because there was the COVID-19, and during that period there was a lockdown as well, so a lot of people had to stay at home as well. And not only that, a lot of people, every customer that booked flights for the to Virgin Atlantic, they had to cancel the flight. Not only cancel the flight, but to get every customer had to get a refund as well, because that was made by from the management of Virgin Atlantic, which me personally, I understand that because at the time the coronavirus was very bad, and it is to prevent people from catching COVID as well. So to improve the revenue, the suggestions I've made was have an increase in the prices so customers they can get value for their money. So for example, when they when they pay for example for their tickets and they have a good experience, they think to themselves, "Oh, the money has been spent very well." It can help increase profits as well because if you charge more and then customers buy, then that means the increase will improve and the business can be kept stable. And also with the so with increasing prices, it can help attract more customers. So the more customers that are attracted for the company, the better the better the prices, the better the sales, the better the revenue as well. And another thing I can do to improve the revenue is get new customers. So getting new customers, it will increase the sales and it will increase the revenue as well, and also it will increase the profits as well. Also, the reason I've chosen to find new customers is because it can help expand the business. So when you expand the business more, you have a variety, you can attract more customers, and you can also hire more people as well to make sure that there are ways to attract more customers. And another thing I've selected was help being more competitive. So of course, so another thing I've selected was to be more competitive. I've chosen some weaknesses for the company, which the company has. There's a lot of competition, which is normal. There's a rising fuel cost, and there's also a rise in labor cost as well. If you for me the way I can improve all this is, for example, there's competition. So the way I can improve the competition is by looking at what the competitors are doing, why are they doing so well. So I like analyze what they're doing. So for example, British Airways, Etihad, I'll see what they're doing and see what I can do to make everything to make sure, see what they're doing well so I can improve on what they're doing as well. To improve competition as well, like I will recommend to improve the competition to provide great customer service, because if you have great customer service, not only the customers will be happy, but they will also want to come back to the company, as want to come back to use Virgin Atlantic also, and they can recommend to other people as well, which is a big bonus. I've also recommend to invest in technology which will help increase sales and revenue. And an example for me, I would choose is Apple Pay. So we use computers as well mainly, but some people like to use phones as well. And there might be reasons why people use their phones is because some people might not have a laptop, so or some people might just like using phones. So invest in technology. So I would invest in having an Apple Pay, so which would be more convenient for people, for some customers, because they find it easy, they find it more convenient. The next thing was that I chosen for the recommendation is to improve the rising of fuel costs. So for me, I would for me to improve the rise of fuel cost, I would use a fuel card to save money. So when you have a fuel card, you only spend a limited amount of money for a certain period of time, and also it can help you get offers as well, which is a benefit. I would consider using a fuel efficient aircraft. So this can be done by expanding the fuel efficient aircraft. It will help them stay on top of rising fuel prices, and also lower operational expenses that can result in lower airfares, which can lead to customer loyalty. So customer loyalty is more important because if we keep getting the same customers that if we have customers that keep coming back, it will be beneficial for the company. It will help the sales as well. The next part I have recommended is to improve the labor costs. So I can improve the labor costs by making sure that there are the right people at the right time. So having the right people at the right time. So when they're scheduled to work, I can make sure that will ensure that people work only the hours that are scheduled. So it won't. So they won't have to pay a lot. So uh, have scheduling people making sure there's the right budget to have the schedule to make sure that people are working at the right schedule at the right time as well. And also it will help managers spend less time on doing the administrative work because they can spend less time, which means they can save more money as well. To improve labor costs, I've recommended that the benefit could be for the companies to engage more with employees. So having more engagement with employees will make them more proactive, and they can go the extra mile, work harder, and deliver more to the customers. And also will help people understand the brand and understand the customers as well. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed watching my presentation. Thank you.